Hey everybody, this is Fial and I am back with another video review for you guys. And this is Mental Reviews reviewing another book for you guys. And today's book is gonna be a book that I really do enjoy. I just finished reading. By the time this video would have come out, it would have been about like 2 or 3 weeks. But I just wanted to film this video today, trying to get most of my daylight lighting. Anyways, enough of my rambling, on to the review. This book review is going to be on Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. This is a book by Robin Sloan. Beautiful book. You guys might have noticed as most of my hardbound books, I had covered it with plastic already because I wanted to preserve this very beautiful book. All the yellow things you see over there, they resemble a bookshelf and a bunch of book stacks. Those glow in the dark. So pretty much on my bookshelf, this looks pretty darn cool. So, you know, it's a plus, but you know, that's not what encompasses the novel. This pretty much is a book for people who loves books, loves reading books, loves writing, even, you know, it just has a deep, innate sense of involvement with books. A little bit of a background. This book centers on the title character, Mr. Penumbra, who owns a 24-hour bookstore. The narrator of the story, or the voice of the story, is Clay Jannon, who is a 20-something out-of-work techie who he's a web designer and a programmer, and he ends up finding himself without a job and finds himself hired as a clerk at Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore. He starts noticing, though, he works the night graveyard shift. He starts to notice that there are the normal books in front of the bookstore that you would find in any other normal bookstore. And then there is what he calls the way back list. A set of books that, you know, a lot of very odd, suspicious personality type of characters of people come in and present a membership card and just borrow books and just very frantically do so with very weird, you know, just personas. And he notices that it's more of a library instead of a bookstore, that they're just frankly wanting to read all these books. So he starts to become really curious about what are these books about. And curiosity really gets the cat, because he does go up there and tries to look at it, and he discovers, this is where I'm going to stop you guys. If you guys don't want any further spoilers about this book, or you just want to read a book before you read my view my review, watch my review, do click out of the video somewhere over here. Come back when you feel like you're ready. I'll give you guys a moment. Alright, more awkwardness. Everybody who wants to keep watching my rambling is still here? Alright, we're good, right? We're good. Okay, trying to watch the screen here. The little LCD things, just to make sure I'm on the screen. But, alright, so, where was I? Okay, so Clay does start to become really curious, and when he opens one of the books in the way back list, he sees a bunch of puzzles that initially doesn't make sense, and then he starts using technology to kind of, you know, make sense of all of this confusion and find out what's behind Mr. Penumbra's odd set of people. The beautiful thing about this book is that it really rekindles your love for the printed word, but also it really melds very beautifully with technology such as Google, smartphones, and all of Macs and everything. And it kind of really just talks about the fact that technology is changing the way the world and how we appreciate books and the literary world. Clay ends up meeting a girl named Kat, and she is one of the people who work at Google. And at this point, this is where it really branches out, and the printed word, the literature, really collides with technology. And she ends up telling him to try to discover what's behind all of these weird personas and these weird books and the weird happenings in the bookstore, and they ended up using Google for it. without any more spoilers and, you know, possibly spoiling the plot of this wonderful, just engaging read, I just wanted to say though that Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore is really what you call a love song to anybody who loves reading, but also is respectful and mindful of technology. I don't know if you guys, but I am a 20-something young adult, I'd like to say so, who I don't know if you guys, but I do remember having to still go to a library and open up a dusty old book just to research something for a paper for school. And way back, I don't know if some of you guys, you know, have a similar experience, but I do remember booting up like a program called Encarta on my really old computer, probably when I was like 11 or 12, to like search information from there. And back then it was like really high tech. But then nowadays you can just go on Google and search for any information. You can look for maps, directions, phone numbers, restaurants, whatever, any random information that you need. And this book is really just one of those books that makes you relate to that if you're one of those 20-something, 30-something individuals right now who is young enough to still remember back in the days when we do need to open up an encyclopedia, a printed encyclopedia, to gain information and knowledge, and not, you know, type up on Wikipedia to find out something like, you know, do rabbits eat paper, like some stupid information, right? And not have like information totally accessible to us. More rambling though, I didn't have a smartphone. I didn't get my iPhone until about 2 years ago, and before I used those little like candy bar dumb Nokia phones. And before I had my iPhone, I didn't know that I'm ever gonna need all of this information. And now we just take it so for granted. Like, I know, like, just from my own personal experience, like, you know, opening up an app and finding out like a good restaurant to eat when I'm at a new place. You know, you take that information for granted, when back in the day you would actually go find a phone booth. I don't think they even exist anymore, and actually look it up on a phone book like a Yellow Pages. So enough of the rambling. Well, just dropped the book. I'm back. Sorry, didn't get injured or anything. Pretty much Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore is just this beautiful tribute to both the love of the smell of a printed book, which is why I got the book. I wanted to hold a physical copy of it, and also a big shout out to technology, Google, Twitter, Facebook, everything, you know, Instagram, to the technology that is shaping and changing the way we interact and enjoy books. If there wasn't internet, there wouldn't be any YouTube, and I wouldn't have you guys watching this video right now. And also there wouldn't be any Goodreads or anything like that that would you know, serve as a forum for you guys, for you guys and me to interact about our love for novels and everything, and, you know, post book review like this. So enough of my ramblings. Hopefully pick up this book if you guys would like to read it. Also recommend if you guys would like a shorter and sweeter and more just mellow review about this book, do check out Lorraine's channel. I'm gonna link her down, or an annotation somewhere. I'm gonna link her down below though. So check out her video review as well. And that'll be it. See you guys on the next review. Bye.